What? Weed prices fade into the purple haze. Hello, this is Chart GPT today. So a little bit of discussion about marijuana or weed. Of course, that's always a favorite topic for some. A little bit of data on this. First of all, the usage, the younger you are, the more likely you're to use it, which is normal. As you get older, you tend not to be using. You can see this here in the chart. The attitudes towards marijuana has changed dramatically since the 1970s. Only 12% would like to see it legalized, and now it's up to 68%. So we've had a huge change and shift in terms of people's opinion, according to Gallup. And of course, consequently, the legalization of that has kind of followed suit. In the blue areas, you can see where it's legal for recreational use, and in the green areas, it's legal for medical use only. In the gray areas, it's still not legal, so you can kind of check out your area. Of course, that's changing. I think over time, it'll be pretty much a given. Now we can look at the chart here in terms of the growth. I mean, obviously, since the 2014s all the way up, and this chart goes to 2016. You can see the volume and growth. Of course, a lot of that is not just people accepting it more, but obviously the legalization of it. And of course, subsequently, the price have had a dramatic decline. If we drill in a little closer here, here's a more recent chart, and it goes to February of this year. You can see that it's even continued to decline. So as you know, the supply and demand, the more supply, and even though the demand is rising, the supply is continuing to rise. So there's a little bit of a, shall we say, deflation going into the purple haze of prices. Here's what the market says will grow. It's not going to grow huge, but it is growing. Of course, a lot of that would be inflation adjusted. So it's rising, but it's not like going off the charts. And you know, initially when there's some ETFs, exchange traded funds. This is one of the more popular on PTOX. There's others that have the similar price pattern, but you know, in the heydays, they've had a lot of people are buying into them, and now they've dropped, you know, almost 95% because of the supply. So it hasn't been a great investment, but there's still people out there making money. In terms of its uses, there's young adults today are more likely to try cannabis over cigarettes. But it's a $100 billion economy, as we saw earlier. It's legal now in 21 states. 88% of adults want it legalized, so that goes back to that Gallup poll. $3 billion in retail cannabis taxes, so that's a big tax boom for some states. And just in the past year, prices have dropped 20%. Some people kind of wonder, well, what's the effects in terms of health? There's short-term effects. People say it impairs motor coordination. But you know, people make the argument that you know more people die of alcohol than do of marijuana, so there's that thing. But then there's the other part where there's long-term heavy use, altered brain development. So some people think that people that use heavy marijuana maybe have a little bit slower reaction times over the long haul. I know a lot of people that maybe that's a stereotype. Some people would disagree with that. You can check out the CDC link, and they go into more detail on that. You can either agree or disagree with them on their opinion. Anyway, check out the AI, and it kind of gives a dissertation on whether or not it's a good thing or a bad thing. And take an online poll, and you can find that in the description box below. Don't forget to subscribe.